I don't want the, okay. I don't want my thing to be so far back. I want you guys to see some of my supplies too. So maybe that's a little better. But anyways, we're back on the day of art, whatever I called it. All art. I don't know what I called it. But yeah, I'm working on this painting. This has been sitting here like this for a couple days now, and I haven't touched it too much. So I want to kind of get the ball rolling again. I do this a lot now, recently, because I've been working on bigger paintings, where, hey, Tad the Tank. I've been doing this a lot recently because I've been working with bigger paintings. I'll like start a painting, and then I won't look at it or I'll look at it, but I won't move anything or change anything for a while. And I feel like that's really not a good way of working. Because then you kind of lose, like, I feel like you have to keep the ball rolling with paintings. But, I don't know, I guess the, not empowering, but I guess the reassuring thing is that even if you do kind of get off track and you do, leave a painting alone, if you just, like, push through, like right now it looks really ugly because I haven't touched in a while, and yeah. But if you go back to it, if you push through for like another like half hour, at least with my size paintings, everything starts to kind of fall back together. So that's what I'm going to try to do real quick. Just push through a little bit. But yeah, we're back. I said I was going to be back around 2, and what time is it now? 2:04. So we're back. Yep. I'm a man of my word. So yeah, I tried to go to the comic book shop earlier, and then I realized that they don't open until 4. So it's gonna be a little bit before I go to the comic shop again. And I'm planning on staying here until around 3, because I'm squeezing this in between doing my homework and having an advising appointment. So I have an advising appointment at 3:30. So that's probably, I'll be getting off a little bit before then. You guys probably don't care about that stuff. That's not artsy stuff. That's other stuff. But yeah, this is a reference I got, or that I actually made from the model I 3D printed. And so this is what I've been kind of working on, trying to be like the next step. I'm just trying to work through like the next step of like the skulls, and then I'd like to have a bunch of these, and then maybe, hopefully, then I'll be working on some more like illustrative stuff. I haven't done. Actually, I can't really think of any finished gouache stuff I've almost ever done. I mean, I did my book cover in gouache, so that counts. But other than that, I can't think of too many like finished gouache like pieces that I have. I have like sketches and stuff. But I don't have too many. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I have the book stuff, but that's about it. The book stuff is like the only finished gouache stuff I feel like I have. And I've noticed it's actually this is a lot harder than the skulls, so far at least. Because I feel like even with the skulls, if they were kind of wonky, it's not that big of a deal. Like, they're just wonky, whatever. They still look like skulls. But if you get these wonky, they look like really cartoony. So I'm going to try to minimize the cartooniness. Okay, let's see. I'm cutting the outline again. I should probably go grab a watch. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a watch real quick so I can keep track of the time. 2:05. So we have pretty much an hour. Just hang out and paint. I think I made the head a little too tall. I think. Actually, it's kind of hard. I'm backing up from the painting to see, but I think it's too small or too long. Because if this is the eye around here, and the eyebrow comes out to like there, I think, is it right? It's kind of hard to tell. I know this eye is wrong, so we need to erase that. Okay, I think that's closer. As long as we're getting closer, that's the important thing. A cowboy canvas like that. I have one painting that's almost cowboy. I mean, it's not really cowboy, but it has like Western like tropes. Not really like But you're right. I haven't done any cowboy paintings really. At least like finished ones. It's kind of weird. Like I feel like I've painted a lot, but looking back at it, I can't think of any like finished. Most of my paintings have been like little sketchbook things. I don't really have a lot of finished paintings like this. But I guess that's why we're doing this, so that's good. I should buy an easel too, because right now I'm painting on the wall, so that's kind of, as you guys can see, there's yeah, this wall is gonna need to be repainted, but yeah, I probably should get an easel. I just feel like the easel takes up so much space in my room. And I also don't like to stand up that much when I paint. I usually like working from my desk. I like hunching over my desk. And like being on top of my work instead of like standing up and painting really like big. I like painting really small and like, using my wrist to paint rather than like doing these huge things that would require an easel. But I'm working bigger, so we'll see. Okay, I think we're moving in the right direction. Okay, this is... I can't tell if that's single line. Sometimes I do a single line and it like changes the way everything looks. I feel like that was one of them. At least in my head. Yeah, this is definitely too big. Okay. Yeah, that's a little big. French cleats, what is that? I don't know what a French cleat is. I know a couple French painters. I know John Dupas. I know sometimes when I look at painters, like really old painters, I can't tell if people actually think they're really good or if they just think that they're important for history's sake. I'm not even gonna say them because I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble if I say certain painters I don't like. Or not that I don't like, but I feel like they're overrated. Not even that I'm better than them, just that I know that there are people that are. And I feel like certain people don't get a lot of credit. Most of what we've done is just background, honestly. It's a wall easel mount. Really? I'm not next to my computer right now, but I'll have to keep that in mind. A French cleat. I thought you meant cleats like shoes. Yeah, I used to have an easel, but then I got rid of it. If you guys have been watching the streams for like a little bit, you know I don't like. Sometimes when I have too much stuff in my room, it makes me actually like anxious. So I get rid of a lot of stuff. And that was one of the things I got rid of was my easel. So I almost regret it, but not really. Because I have been looking for easels and I can't seem to find one at a thrift store or something. Hey, Rodrigo. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, the easel is one thing that I almost regret getting rid of. Like, as close as I can get to regretting getting rid of something, that's probably it. Even though it's not that big of a deal, but... If I knew I would have started... If I knew I was going to start acrylics, I probably wouldn't have gotten rid of it. Okay, right now the biggest issue... Yeah, what's the biggest... Let's look at what's the biggest issue right now. Well, definitely the blue is kind of all one value. Yeah, let's try to tackle that. I was gonna avoid that because it seems hard, but we got to get to it sometime, so why not? And I am using acrylics. My setup is really mobile, so it's not great for like any particular setup. So I'm gonna have a hard time showing you my palette the whole time. That's too light, I think. Okay, let's put in, there's a highlight right here. There is a sort of highlight over here. Pretty much in the dead center. There's a running highlight on the nose that comes down to the tip of the nose. Not really a highlight, but this is just like a lighter value. And then this little, what is that called? The Cupid's bow? And then this side of the Cupid's bow. This bottom lip is a lighter color. This is lighter. Where do I get my references from? I make my references. I took this photo of a head model that I 3D printed. It is impossible to find finding references is probably the hardest part about all this. Yeah, I go to the extent of making my own references now for a lot of my paintings. Yeah, it's like so difficult to find good references. Especially good references that are royalty free, that are like studio lit. I don't know, it's very difficult to find good references. I feel like that's what I spend a lot of my time doing rather than actually painting, is looking for photos. I feel like this one's gonna be really choppy. I don't know how else to explain it, but some of my paintings are kind of choppy. Like where the paint's thicker even early on. Okay, I'm gonna go back into the darks now, because I feel like that's a big issue right now too, is these dark values. Oh, it's very dull. This black is making the blue very dull. the ivory black, not, yeah, ivory black. This ivory black is making the paint kind of dull. I'm gonna take a break from the blues. I'm gonna go to a darker red to blend out of the shadows. Okay, let's see how this goes. Too dark. That's all right, okay. Now all of this in here is like really purple, but I can't mix that with this red and this blue, so I'm gonna have to go back in later with a violet color. Actually, did I buy? No, I didn't. Oh yeah, no, that was with gouache. I thought I bought a violet paint, but that was with I bought a gouache violet, not a acrylic. I think I have the basic structure down pretty good, I think. I think most of the issues now are there's some issues with the placement of the eyes and the mouth, and there's also some issues with the well, the values, yeah, but we're gonna come back to fix that, so that's not that big of a deal. Do you ever watch Slew? I used to. I don't really watch any art YouTubers anymore. I don't think I do. Occasionally I'll watch Christina Kent. I like her stuff. I watch James Gurney sometimes. Gil Robles. But other than that, I kind of stick to, I don't really, and then I watch my my art friends on here. But that's about it. I used to watch Ergo Josh too. But I don't really think his art style really, not that it doesn't benefit me, but like I'm not trying to learn how to draw how he draws, so. Most of the time, like when I'm learning, like, I don't even know the people I'm actually learning from are like Gil Robles and like that's mostly it. That's mostly it. I mostly watch Gil Robles, and then I also, if I'm like trying to learn something, it's probably from like a very obscure article on like James Gurney's website or his blog, or it's like or it's like just some like infographic I found. So, oh, he uses French cleats? I gotta look into that. Are they like, is it expensive or is it just like a hook? Or is it a self-contained easel, or is it a hook, or is it a... This is already far more detailed than the skull. The skulls are kind of... Or maybe it's just because I had the skulls down, like I understood them. This is like a big jump, honestly. But yeah, I don't watch Slew. I don't watch really anybody. I'm not a huge fan of like. I like very boring YouTube videos. That's what I like. I like very boring, very like instructional. I don't like when the videos are like games. I'll say it like that. I don't really watch like game-ified videos. Not that they're worse or anything. It's just doesn't really. I think I get more out of boring videos. And that's why my videos are a little my videos are a little boring themselves, but it would be hard to edit editing is really difficult, at least for me. If I could edit like that, I probably would. But it's difficult to do that. Okay, I think all of this should be a dark red shadow instead of dark blue, so. Alright, go back into some red. There we go. I'm mixing like red with this ivory black. There we go. Not dark enough. We gotta go darker. Cut down wood strips. You notch the wood strips on the wall to the one you screw your canvas on. So you cut wood strips, okay, and then you put them on the wall, and then you screw your canvas into it. I could see that working. I have to see it though. I don't quite know what you mean, but I think I can see that working. Right now, at the moment, I just have this hanging on a like a thumbtack. That's what I have this painting hanging on, because they're pretty light. Like these are just light canvases, so I can just have it hanging on a thumbtack, and that's good enough for me. Even the heavier canvas I have is literally hanging on thumbtacks. That seems to hold up pretty good. I'm gonna work back into some of these highlights with blue paint. I'm gonna slowly try to build up that blue highlight, or just the highlights on the blue side. I say highlights, but I just mean lighter values that aren't like the base midtone right there. Let's see. Is this? Nope, too dark. That's probably too light. Okay, let's see. Hey, there we go. Just build up some of these lighter values a little bit. These probably get covered up anyways, but just for the sake of visuals so I can see what it looks like right now. I kind of feel like I get into my best painting rhythm probably at night. Like a couple hours before I'm about to go to bed. That's probably my most productive painting time. Or if I'm like up later than I probably should be, that's also a really good time for me. It seems like I paint pretty good then too. The only time I think I don't paint well is like right in the morning. I'm gonna try not to blend. Blending always gets me in trouble with gouache, or not with gouache, with painting in general. Especially with acrylic too. Blending it's doable, but I don't know. I don't think it really fits me for some reason. I think I prefer just putting two values close to each other that are almost the same value. Do I have any daily art goals? Like, I don't know, drawing that much bodies, that much heads. No, not really. I I have other goals like usually it's either like work on painting or finish painting. Like I write down my days in like I have like index cards or sticky notes, and it usually if I'm like just starting it, it'll probably say work on this painting, or if I'm like close to done, it'll say finish it today or finish it tomorrow or finish it. But yeah, I don't usually have like a yeah. I have goals, but not that specific. My goals are usually more about just like starting something because I don't know. I think yeah, my goals are usually just about starting rather than just doing 10 of these or 20 of those or 15 jumping jacks or 17 one of these. But I don't know. I think some people would really benefit from that. I'm also really motivated by lists. Like that's probably not. I can't tell if that's a good thing or if that's kind of a bad thing because I am. If I don't have a list, like my days are like horrendous. Like it's actually kind of yeah, it's actually weird like how much power I give these lists. It's like that might be some OCD stuff, but lists are actually my jam. The amount I rely on them is a little bit unhealthy, probably. It just feels good to check something off a box. It feels so good. Okay, Rodri. Okay, we're on the same page. We're on the same page. If I see like if I check something off a little box, I feel like such a good human being. But I don't know. Lists are my. I want to start getting into oil or acrylic. How do I start? Have you painted with anything else? I guess that's the first question. Have you painted with anything else? Because I know I'm getting into acrylic now. Well, I mean, I've been working on it for a couple years, but gouache was really my main for a long time. And not necessarily that I want acrylic to be my main, but I don't don't know, I kind of do, but at the same time, I like gouache very much. And I don't think acrylic does the same. I don't think acrylic does the same thing that gouache does. Gouache has a special kind of thing to it. Watercolors. Oh, okay. So you're already on the way. It's really not any different than. Well, it's very different than watercolor. I don't know. I would say maybe just start. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with just starting. I would say don't get like super cheap acrylics, because you're not gonna be happy with them. Like, I mean, the apple barrel stuff, I don't think that's very good. But there's also acrylic ink, which you might be more like used to, because it's pretty much just like watercolor, I think. Acrylic ink, and then there is but with this type of acrylic painting, like, I don't know, I don't think it's too much of a shock. I don't think it's too much of a shock. Especially if you've been using digital and you're used to like layering and not just like watercolor layering. Say that 10 times fast. Watercolor layering. Like if you're used to digital and painting like over top of things, you probably got it. I don't think there's anything holding you back. I think you can definitely handle it. It is kind of weird when the paint's sticky, though. That's kind of a strange, like goopy. That's kind of a weird feeling. Gouache gets kind of goopy, but not in the same way acrylic does. Acrylic gets like weird goopy. This is coming together. I think it looks like I messed it up, but we're gonna go back and re-outline the shape of the head. I think I'm definitely, the next time I get paint, I'm not gonna get ivory black, I don't think. I'll probably try out a different black, maybe Mars black. Okay, still looks a little rough. I think the big issue right now is that there's not that many values in the blue. Or really anywhere. I just don't have that many values down yet. Also, this is so... My mind holds on to things for a long time. So I kind of feel bad about what I said about Slew a second ago. Even though I didn't say anything mean, I feel like I was trying to be mean. I like Slew. I think he's a tremendous painter. I am just trying to curb my YouTube addiction, so I don't watch very many art YouTubers and stuff like that. That's all. Okay, that's my final statement on Slew. I love him. I don't watch very much of it, though. Okay, I'm gonna go another shade lighter with this blue. I also should get a microphone, too. All right, Rodrigo, I'll see you. What time is it? It is 2:35. Okay, I still got a little bit of time. There we go. That's better. That's closer to the real thing. This is just temporary, so I can see the outline. Yeah, his chin definitely is a little... Well, it's really just this little line. It needs to be taken down a little bit. Yeah, right there, like this. Yeah, that definitely adds some realism. I appreciate that. Look at that. I think that actually helped. There we go. I know, right, Gene? Finally. It's been a long time since it's really been a long time coming since... I've been wanting to do this for a little bit, but I just haven't made the jump. It is a lot harder, though. I will say that. It's definitely more difficult to paint a person with flesh on them. I don't like this. I can't really see where I can't see where it separates from the background. I'm gonna go back into the red. That's what I'm gonna do. Whenever I don't know what to do, I just go back to the other side. That's the brightest bit right there in this little angle. This little nook on the brow bone. And then this right here. Okay. I'm gonna work a little bit darker. Work a little darker. A little. That might be. That looks okay, I think. It's hard to tell when I first put it down sometimes. But sometimes when I put a value down, I instantly yeah, no, that's not right. That doesn't look right. Hey, Ash. Working on bringing these all together. There we go. I still think it looks... Actually, you don't know. What's bothering me right now is this whole, the eyeless section. That's bothering me. So I'm going to put in what actually should be there right now. Which is a little dark section of the eye. So, there, and then here, and then there. There you go. That's like that. This is there. We're gonna still need to go a little bit lighter, honestly, but it's a good start. Also, one thing that kind of gets on my nerves a little bit about these paintings is that I don't think any of them are centered. None of them line up great with the middle line. They're close, but none of them line up all that well. I try at the beginning to get a decent lineup of how they look, or of their spot on the canvas, but usually it turns really quickly. And all of a sudden they're diagonal in the wrong way. I did say that. I did say that, Gene. I really don't know right now. I think I just want to do a free show. I don't know if I want to sell them right now. I think I would just like people to see my art in the meantime. But I'm not really sure how to do that, to be honest with you. I've never done any, like... I've never had people show my art anywhere, so like in person, so I don't know how to go about that yet. Centered as wabi sabi. What is that? Is that something I need to look up too? I'm not at my computer right now. So we have French cleats to look up. We have wabi sabi now to look up. So there's two things I need to look up after this. Is that some sort of art term? I don't know. It sounds pretty cool. Wabi sabi. I kind of wish I would have had an art class on like the golden age of illustrating. That would have actually made me very interested. The art class I went to instead, or the art history class, really the only art class I've been to in the past like almost decade now, was we just talked about like surrealism and I don't know. I just feel like it wasn't much like American art, which is what I'm interested in for the most part, like the golden age of illustrators. So if I would have had that freshman year of college, I would have been stoked. From Wikipedia, in traditional Japanese aesthetics, wabi-sabi is a worldview centered on the acceptance of transience and imperfection. Ooh, okay. I might need to use that later. I might need to save that. I gotta learn how it's pronounced though. I gotta look that up. Is it? Oh, let me read what you said. It's a worldview, okay. But yeah, we learned about surrealism. We learned about what else? I don't know, nothing that interesting. Nothing that was that interesting to me, obviously. But I mean, they're not tailoring the class to me. Of course, they're not tailoring the class to me, so. Okay, let's think. What are the issues now? What are the main issues? The first thing I'm seeing is this area doesn't look right, so I need to go back in there. I think I need to mix in a purple. You know what? I have this paint. Hold on just a second. Where'd it go? Okay. It's over there. got this acrylic paint from Winsor and Newton, and I don't love it, but I need this color, so I gotta rock with it. I'm impressed. Everything in the painting is a mid to dark value, but it reads very well. Thank you. It's not gonna be like that for long though. We're gonna hit it with a crisp highlight. We're gonna hit it with a crisp nose highlight. Honestly, probably boom, boom, boom. These three will probably be our three main highlights. But yeah, everything else will be dark to mid-tone pretty much. Do I ever listen to music while drawing? Yeah. All the time, usually. I usually have I like piano music for the most part. I like piano instrumentals, really. If you guys listen to piano music, sometimes I think this is so funny. Sometimes they have like sometimes people give them real names, like they'll call it like Flowers of the Wind, or sometimes it'll just be like piano instrumental number 7, or it'll just be like piano riff number 12. Sometimes the names are crazy, like, well, not crazy, just like no thought. They just numbered it. They just put a number on it. But I guess not everybody has time to be naming piano music. I wish I learned how to play the piano. I never did. I just never learned how to play the piano. It seems like that would be such a cool skill to be able to play the piano. Okay, the biggest issue I think is this red dark. Right now, I think the biggest issue is this red dark should be a little more like lively. It shouldn't just be black pretty much, which is kind of what it is right now. Yeah, even now, I try to play the piano, like, from time to time, and I think it's so fun, but I don't know what I'm doing at all. Maybe I should play you guys some piano at the end of this. Oh, that's still kind of dull. That's too light. Still too light. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make this any darker. I feel like the red is bringing it up in value continually. So maybe I'll have to just drown it out with this black. And then do red. Have you ever tried caricature drawing before? I want to learn it and set up. I want to learn it and set up and draw people goofy. You know what's funny? I had that same idea. I thought that'd be really cool. That would be such a cool gig. Like such a cool little like a weekend hustle. That'd be sick. Just like go out to the beach. Set up like a little. I thought about that. I've never got very good at caricatures though. So I guess in short, I've thought about it, but haven't really pursued it very much. But you know what? That actually does seem like a kind of a cool idea. I'm glad you mentioned that again, because sometimes it feels like if I'm not doing anything with my art, it's kind of like, not that it's pointless, but if my art's going nowhere, it's kind of like weird. So it would be nice to like be able to have people that have your art. The closest I've ever came to that is one time at the college. I was at the college, and this guy was setting up like a racetrack, which was so out of, I don't know what was going on, but he was like setting up this little mini racetrack in like the in the cafeteria, and he caught my attention. And so while he was doing that, I was drawing a picture of him setting it up, and then I gave the drawing to him. So that was close. I mean, that's not really a caricature, but he really appreciated it. I don't have that drawing anymore because I gave it to him, but I think that's probably better off that he has it. I want to do more of that kind of stuff. I feel the same way. I tattoo people, but it's not fun anymore. I want to do something different. Yeah, I feel like you got to do different stuff. You got to do, because I've settled into, I do that. I try to change up every now and again. I feel like there's been times where I've settled into, like, if I get too comfortable with like a style or something, I feel like I need to change it a little bit. And that might be just like, I don't know, that might be a boredom thing, or I don't know. I feel like you got to keep things fresh. Yeah. I always thought it'd be nice to do murals. That'd be a big challenge. Painting murals. I would love to do that too. Be a muralist. So there's a lot of things I haven't dipped my toe in yet that I thought would be really, really fun. Okay, that kind of changed things, but we'll fix it. Oh, it's almost an hour. Oh my goodness, it's almost 3 o'clock. This time has been flying by. So it's almost 3 o'clock already. I have a meeting with my advisor in a little bit. And then after that, I'm going to the comic books shop. And also, I remember we were talking about it the other day. I think I'm just gonna shave my head today. I think I'm gonna shave my head. I think. Because right now I have no need for all this hair, and I think it gets on my nerves. I just don't think I really need all this hair on my head. I don't know how close to bald I'm gonna go, but probably shave it off today. You know what the issue is? This is not that dark. That's the issue. I keep been looking at that for the whole time. This little line out here is not supposed to be that dark. At least in my opinion, it shouldn't be that dark. Not that light either, let's see. Actually, let's see. Still kind of iffy. Okay, we'll come back to that. That's something we need to work on. Okay, we're at almost at an hour. Maybe we should just, let's go to an hour. Let's go to an hour flat. Let's go to an hour flat. We have 5 more minutes. Painting your hair is first. Yes. This is my bald-headed inspiration. Yes, sir. I'm about to paint. My hair's almost to my belt line. It's too hot. I'm thinking about donating it into Locks of Love for a cancer kid that can't grow up. That'd be sick. Yeah, I feel like I used to be. I don't know if you guys are like this too, but I grew up with really long hair, like pretty long hair, like down my, like almost touching my butt. And then I cut it off. I don't think I donated it at all, but so I don't think I donated it. I probably should have, but we cut it off. And I feel like since then, I don't. At least recently, I have like less attachment to how my hair like affects my face. Like I remember I used to cut my hair and feel like, what in the world did I just do? Like what decision did I just make for my life right now? Like, it would like change everything. But now when I cut my hair, it's like, okay, well, I'm bald again. Who cares? So I'll probably be bald today by the end of the day. Unless I somehow convince myself to do the Jedi, the Padawan braid. I'm gonna go a little bluer. I have not tried golden. I wonder if golden would be any more opaque than Liquitex. You could be like what's the guy's name from Counting Crows? The guy from Counting Crows. I could see that. I think dreads are a cool look. What's that guy's name from Counting Crows that has the big dreadlocks? Or he used to. I think he's bald now because he cut him off. I've had dreads. I think they're pretty fun. You know what I just remembered? Okay, this is so weird. But when I was working on the eye, I had a flashback to like a painting I did like 2 years ago. I'm gonna go grab it real quick. This gave me such a flashback to this painting I did. I'm gonna go grab a pen real quick. Just real quick, and then I'm about to get off after this. Still tuned. Okay. Yeah, Adam Duritz. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, you could have the Adam Duritz look. Literally, as I was painting this eye, it reminded me of this painting I did. I think this is 2021. Just look at that. Like, what in the world? I think that's a lot of improvement. This was today so far, and this is 2 years ago. It's crazy. Look at that. Really? Someone said that last time, but I think this is horrendous. I think this is scary. Have a great rest of your day. I'm probably gonna do plein air paint. Oh, snap, that's sick. I wanted to plein air paint yesterday, but just a lot of stuff going on. I think you guys are lying to me. I think you guys are lying to me. I don't believe it. This one's scary. If this was in your house, you would avoid walking in that hallway where this was hung up. But all right. I plan on being live again later today. I have an appointment with my advisor, and then we're going to get the comic books. So, yeah, there we go. Maybe I'll be bald by the next stream. Who knows? But I'll see you guys later. Bye.